ஆரம்பிக்கலாமா? So good afternoon my dear students. Hope you all had your breakfast. Okay. In the last session we have discussed a beautiful concept of arbitrage process. Correct? Was it beautiful? Yeah. See, the concept is very simple. Okay, the concept is very simple. If there is mispricing in the market, people will come into the market and exploit that mispricing. Mispricing என்னது? Something அதோட வேல்யூ கம்மியா இருக்கணும், அது அதிகமா இருக்குது. ஓகேவா? So something where the value mismatch is there, one thing becomes cheaper, another thing becomes costlier, so people will purchase the cheaper one and sell the costlier one, and that will lead to a arbitrage process. So more about this arbitrage process you are going to study in final you are going to study lot of things about arbitrage process. You will be learning currency arbitrage, futures, options, so all the types of arbitrage you are going to study in final level. Inge MM is using the arbitrage process to prove one thing. So what he is trying to prove is that if there is a difference in the value of levered firm and the value of unlevered firm, people will be getting an arbitrage profit. So appadida and the arbitrage profit how I am earning in the 600 rupees which I have earned 900, I mean in the 6000 rupees, and then I have incremental profit of 900 rupees. This incremental profit of 900 rupees I am earning because of this arbitrage process. So why arbitrage process is there? Because there is a difference between value of levered firm and value of unlevered firm. If the value of levered firm is more than unlevered firm, it is called as primary arbitrage. If the value of unlevered firm is more than value of levered firm, it is called as secondary arbitrage. Okay, now primary arbitrage with two objectives we have solved the problem. Adhe mari secondary arbitrage we have solved using the two objectives. So you have solved illustration number 7 and illustration number 9. Now if you open your textbook, illustration number 6 is solved in objective number 2, illustration number 7 is solved in objective number 1, that is primary arbitrage. Illustration number 8 is solved with objective number 2, secondary arbitrage, and illustration number 9 is solved in objective number 1 and which is secondary arbitrage. ஆனா நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் ரெண்டு objectiveலயும் சால்வ் பண்ணி காட்டிருக்கேன், so that you will get to know the clarity. So what you have to do, this question number 6 and question number 8, okay, you have to solve it in both the ways. They have did only objective number 2, which is same investment, with the same profit with a reduced investment. They have solved that, but what you have to do, you have to first solve in objective number 1 and then you have to solve in objective number 2. So you have to check the answer whether your answer is in line with the study material answer or not. ஆனால் ஸ்டடி மெட்டீரியலில் இஃப் யூ சி ஒப்ஜெக்டிவ் நம்பர் 1 வேறு மாதிரி போட்டிருப்பாங்க, ஒப்ஜெக்டிவ் நம்பர் 2 வேறு மாதிரி போட்டிருப்பாங்க, செகண்டரி ஆர்பிட்ரேஜ் ஆல்சோ டிஃப்ரெண்ட்லி இட் இஸ் டன். வாட் ஐ ஹவ் டன் இஸ் தட் ஐ ஹவ் ஆக்சுவலி கிரியேட்டட் நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஸ்டெப்ஸ் டு மேக் இட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட் ஸோ தட் யூ won't find any difficulty how to solve objective number 1 or how to solve objective number 1 na increased profit with same investment. Objective number 2 it means same profit with a reduced investment. So both are the objectives of arbitrage. So both ways arbitrage can happen, and in the examination any problem you can solve. Even in the study material if you read after solving illustration number 6 they have written alternatively it can also be solved in that way. So appadina or alternative method கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So with this okay you can practice those two problems. So those two problems are like your homework problem, that is for your practice. Now I have solved primary arbitrage problem and secondary arbitrage problem. Primary arbitrage I have given you 5 steps, secondary arbitrage I will given you 4 steps. Okay, so primary arbitrage, what is the first step? What is the first step? If primary arbitrage na levered firm is more than unlevered firm, appadina wherever the value is more you are going to sell that because you are holding levered firm. So first step is sell shares in levered firm. So sell shares in levered firm na the equity SL na equity value of levered firm into the percentage of holding. I'm just formulating it so that ஒரு எக்ஸாம் டைம்ல உனக்கு ஒரு டிஃபிகல்ட்டி வராது. ஸோ ஒரு ஈக்விட்டி வேல்யூ ஆஃப் லீவர்ட் ஃபார்ம் இன்டூ பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் ஹோல்டிங். செகண்ட் என்னது, யூ ஹேவ் டு பாரோ த டெட் பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் லீவர்ட் ஃபார்ம். அப்படின்னா த டெட் வேல்யூ ஆஃப் லீவர்ட் ஃபார்ம் இன்டூ தி பர்சன்டேஜ் ஆஃப் ஹோல்டிங், திஸ் இஸ் தி அமௌண்ட் தட் யூ ஹேவ் டு பாரோ. கரெக்டா? தேர்ட் ஒன், வாட் யூ ஹேவ் டு டூ, you have to invest. Okay, you have to invest in unlevered firm. Okay, you have to invest in unlevered firm. Now here it is different. Okay, but here it is different. Here under objective number 1, which is increased profit, okay, which is increased profit with same investment. Okay, and here the second objective is same profit with reduced investment. Now here in this, okay, if you want to, okay, if you are following this, what you are going to do, you are going to invest the same, okay, the sale proceeds plus the borrowings, which means the sale proceeds plus the borrowings entirely you are going to invest. If you are using if you are using objective number 1, under third step, the sale proceeds plus borrowings totally you are going to invest in unlevered firm. But if you are using this method, the same profit with reduced investment, appadina you are not going to invest the entire thing, you are going to invest the value, okay, the value of unlevered firm into, because you are investing in unlevered firm, correct, the value of unlevered firm into your percentage of holding. Okay, into your percentage of holding, avladha you are going to invest, which means you are maintaining your percentage of holding in your unlevered firm. That much you are going to invest. So value, actually the equity value of unlevered firm and the value of unlevered firm both are same. So summa I just wrote just for for standardization purpose. So the value of unlevered firm into the percentage of holding you are going to invest. Fourth step is nothing but finding the net earnings. Okay, fourth step is net earnings from unlevered firm. This you all know, net earnings in unlevered firm na, for sale proceeds the dividend, and for interest the minus, okay, and for borrowings the interest that you are going to pay, you are going to get net earnings. So net earnings is nothing but share of dividend minus the interest cost. Okay, share of dividend minus the interest cost. The fourth step is net earnings, and the fifth step you just have to compare. Okay, you just have to compare. After comparison, here you are going to get incremental profit, here you are going to get the excess cash that you are having in hand. Clarity irka? I have just shown both the objectives at one place, so all the steps are similar. Third step la mattum inge you are investing the entire amount, inge you are investing only the value of unlevered firm into the percentage of holding. Adhe mari if it is a secondary arbitrage, which means value of unlevered firm is more than value of levered firm, the first step is the sell shares. Now where you are holding shares of unlevered firm, so you will sell shares of unlevered firm. Are you all with me? Okay, so you will sell shares in unlevered firm, which means the value of unlevered firm into the percentage of holding. That is the amount that you will sell shares, and this is the amount that you received. Second one, you're going to invest and lend. Okay, invest and lend in levered firm. Okay, we are going to invest and lend in levered firm. Here, if you are following objective number 1 is increased profit with same investment. Here, objective number 2, same profit with reduced investment. Okay, same profit with reduced investment. Suppose I am following objective number 2, what I am going to do is that I am going to, okay, invest and lend for the same debt equity ratio. Okay, for the same debt equity ratio of levered firm. That is what I'm going to do. If I'm using, okay, if I'm using the first objective, I am going to invest and lend as the same debt equity ratio of levered firm. But if I'm using the second, okay, if I'm using the second objective, I am going to invest and lend. Okay, I'm going to invest and lend for the percentage. Okay, wow. I'm investing in levered firm, correct? So this is nothing but the value of levered firm into my percentage of holding, and the lending I'm going to the value of this into percentage of holding. I'm going to invest only this much amount, which means I am maintaining my percentage of holding, which means in the second objective you are always maintaining your percentage of holding. Here in the unlevered firm you are maintaining your percentage of holding because you're having only equity, so equity into your percentage of holding. Here same profit, the second objective, at the equity la you are having the percentage of holding, debt la you are maintaining your own percentage of holding. Are you all with me? Step number 3. Okay, step number 3, again net earnings. Okay, again net earnings, because you have invested in levered firm, so net earnings from levered firm. So here you are investing and lending, so which means here you are going to get share of dividend plus your interest income. Okay, plus your interest income. And then step 4, the comparison. Okay, step 4 will be the comparison for you to visualize the first objective and second objective. So here you are going to get the incremental profit, and here you are going to get the excess cash. Are you all with me? So this is nothing but the consolidation of primary arbitrage and secondary arbitrage. Primary arbitrage with objective number 1, primary arbitrage with objective number 2, secondary arbitrage with objective number 1, and secondary arbitrage with objective number 2, consolidated in this 4 steps. In this, there it is 5 steps, and this is 4 steps. இது மட்டும் தெரிஞ்சா all the problems within the arbitrage process you will be able to solve it very comfortably. Clear? So you can make note of this, just for consolidation. Okay, shall we move ahead? Seri, let us move ahead. money, come here. So you will be able to see my face more clearly. People who are sitting in the first 2-3 rows are very lucky to see this beautiful face. Pa. People in the last rows la romba unlucky. So, okay, now everyone look at my beautiful face here. Everyone, inge paru. Okay. Primary arbitrage, secondary arbitrage is a topic in capital structure theories of irrelevance that speaks that the value of the levered firm and the value of the unlevered firm should be equal. If it is not equal, arbitrage process exists. So how does arbitrage is done, adha நம்ம discuss பண்ணோம். ஓகேவா? So with this, arbitrage process is also completed and capital structure decision is also completed. Now we are going to start with one topic that also is given by Modigliani Miller only, and not from this chapter, it is from dividend decisions. So Modigliani Miller is sitting in capital structure also, he is sitting in dividend decisions also, and he is always of the opinion that decisions are irrelevant. He said that financing decisions are irrelevant in capital structure decision. Same thing in dividend decision, he is telling that, sir, dividend decisions are irrelevant. You pay dividend or you do not pay dividend, your value of the firm remains same. The same thing da avano MM solra. See, the thinking of MM is different. See, the thinking of net income, like Durand has proposed the net income approach, net operating income approach. The thinking there was different. The thinking here is different. Are you all with me? Both of them are having different assumptions. So Modigliani Miller has an assumption that if the value is not same, then arbitrage will make it same. That is what is the assumption that Modigliani Miller has given. Adukagada he has given a research paper and he received Nobel Prize for that. So now the same thing, okay, was the same thing in dividend decision also he is telling. In dividend decisions, now we are going to study MM model. Okay, MM model. So this is the model which is given by Modigliani Miller. Okay, the MM model for dividend decisions. So he is telling that dividend decisions are irrelevant. Okay, are irrelevant, which means whether you pay dividend or you do not pay dividend, your value of the firm remains the same. Sir, Walter was telling something, Gordon was telling something. They are telling that we are having something called as optimum dividend payout ratio. And the optimum dividend payout ratio நம்ம பண்ணலனா நம்மளோட price change ஆகிட்டே இருக்கும். Like when you are changing the dividend, your price was also changing, correct? In Walter's model and in Gordon's model. Are you all with me? So Walter's model, when the dividend payout ratio was changing, the price was also changing. Even in Gordon's model, when the dividend payout ratio was changing, the price was also changing. And what MM is telling, whatever be the dividend payout ratio, your value of the firm remains the same. Okay, your value of the firm remains the same. That is what Modigliani Miller is telling. Now what I am going to do here also, okay, here also it is like I have standardized it. Okay, so which means நம்ம step by step நம்ம solve பண்றோம், and then I will explain the logic, I will also explain the formula. Any issue? So we'll explain the logic and I'm also explain the formula. So first, sir, MM model ke what is the formula? The MM model ke the formula for price. The formula for price is P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus KE, and the formula for value of the firm, that is NP0, it is P1 into N plus delta N minus I plus E divided by 1 plus k. Okay, but this is the formula. These are the two formulas that are used by Modigliani Miller. This is the price formula and this is the value of the firm formula which is given by Modigliani Miller. At the end of the explanation, I'm going to explain this formula also. I'm going to derive this formula also. So no need to worry about it. And now first you have to understand what Modigliani Miller is trying to tell. He is trying to tell that the wealth of the shareholders remains the same whether you pay dividend or you do not pay dividend. So what he is telling is that, sir, if you're paying dividend or you're not paying dividend, your wealth of the shareholder is also same. And even if you're seeing from the company's point of view, it doesn't make a difference. The wealth of the company is also same before dividend and after dividend. Now I'm going to prove you this. Okay, I'm going to prove you this. So let me take an example. Suppose you're having a balance sheet. Okay, you're having a balance sheet. You're having no debt. You're having equity of 1000 rupees. You're having an equity of 1000 rupees. Adala, your fixed asset investment is 900 rupees and you're having cash of 100 rupees. Okay, the balance sheet is tallying. Now this is how a balance sheet looks like. You're having equity of 1000 rupees and that equity fixed assets la 900 rupees la irukudhu and cash you're having 100 rupees. Now this cash, okay va, this cash you can pay as dividend. Purida? This cash you can pay as dividend or you can retain in the business. Okay, this cash you can pay as dividend or you can retain in the business. The current share price of the company in the given example, okay, number of shares is 1000. Okay, so just increase 110 matto. Number of shares is 1000. Number of shares is 1000 shares you're having. Okay, so 1000 shares you're having, which means the price is 10 rupees. So 10,000, the value of equity 10,000 divided by number of shares, so price per share is 10 rupees. Inga varaiku example purinjudha? Okay, now Modigliani Miller says that you only have to worry about investment decisions. You don't have to worry about financing decisions and also you don't have to worry about dividend decisions because that does not change your value. Now what is happening? You're having an investment opportunity. Okay, you're having an investment opportunity of 1000 rupees. Investment opportunity of 1000 rupees. Okay, you're having an investment opportunity of 1000 rupees. Now you have two options. Okay, you have two options. The first option is either you're having cash, right? Appadi and the cash invest pannu. That is what is called as reinvestment, retaining the profits. Are you all with me? So on the 100 and the 1000 rupees cash irukudala, adhe 1000 rupees cash if I reinvesting into the business, that is what I call as retaining the profits. That is what I call as retaining the profits. What he is telling is that, okay, what he is telling, you're having two options. First is retain. Okay, first is retain and invest. Okay, retain and invest. So what you're doing, you're investing your own money. Okay, you're investing your own money, which is called as 1000 rupees, and you're investing in the investment. So apdiye this will become 10,000, this will become 10,000. This is the first case, first option, retention. Second avena solrana, distribute this 1000 rupees as dividend. Okay, which means, okay, retain and invest the 1000 rupees. Inga enna solra, distribute it as dividend. Okay, distribute dividend. Enna entire 1000 rupees I am distributing is as dividend. So when I am distributing this entire 1000 rupees as dividend. Here also this becomes 9000. The reserves lende kammi aidu. So my equity will be 9000 and my cash will be 0. So my balance sheet value is 9000. So when I'm distributing it as dividend, I will not be able to invest this 1000 rupees. Purida? Are you all with me? I am having an investment opportunity. If I am retaining the amount, I can take this investment opportunity. If I am not retaining the amount and if I am paying it as dividend, I will not be having amount for investing. And Modiglani Miller enna solrana, you pay dividend or you do not pay dividend, you have to invest. Okay, you have to invest. Now if you want to invest, நீ என்ன பண்ணுவ, அந்த 1000 rupees issue பண்ணுவ. Okay, so what you will do, you will distribute 1000 rupees as dividend and then you are going to issue shares. You're going to issue equity shares of how much? 1000 rupees. Okay. So now you are having 1000 rupees. Here also you are having 1000 rupees to invest. Here also you are having 1000 rupees to invest. So which means in this both case, this is retention and this is distribution. Okay, but this is retention and this is distribution of dividend. So here I am retaining the money and here I am distributing the money. Now we are going to see, sir, eppadi adukku impact irukadu. Okay, whether you retain or whether you distribute as dividend, there is no impact on the shareholders hand, and there is also no impact in the my hand, which is a company's hand. Okay, sir. Now inge varaiku it is okay. Are you all with me? Okay. First case, I'm retaining and I'm investing. Second case, I'm distributing it as dividend and then I am issuing new equity shares, which means I am issuing new equity shares. So issue new equity shares for 1000 rupees. When you're issuing new equity shares for 1000 rupees, okay, when you're issuing new equity shares for 1000 rupees, you're having advantage also and you're having disadvantage also. Disadvantage enadana, previously whatever was my earnings, it was shared by this much shareholders. Okay, but this much shareholders, and ipo new shareholders are coming na, my earnings is getting diluted, so new shareholder will also take a share from the profit. Correct? This is the disadvantage. Are you all with me? So அதே மாதிரி one more disadvantage is that நீ dividend pay பண்ண, ஓகேவா, நீ dividend pay பண்ணா அப்படியே உன்னோட share price reduce ஆயிடும். புரியுதா? Why share price is reducing? Because equity value is reducing. Equity value is reducing na, இதே 9000 divided by 1000 shares ஆயிடும். புரியுதா? Till now, are you all with me? Okay. Sir, which means my price, okay, which means my price before distributing dividend, okay, my price before distributing dividend was, I was having my equity value of 10,000. I was having my equity value of 10,000 divided by 1000 shares. So it was rupees 10 per share. Correct? And my price, what will happen to my price after distribution of dividend? So now what I am doing, I am distributing my dividend. Now I have not issued equity shares till now. நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், I have distributed my dividend. Once I distributed my dividend, my cash gone, my equity became 9000. So once my equity became 9000 divided by 1000 shares, my price will reduce. புரியுதா? Now what will happen? Price after distributing dividend, price after distributing dividend, it will become, so 10,000 rupees was my equity value, adula 1000 rupees I paid as dividend, so அப்படியே divided by number of shares, so this will become 9000. So which means my share price is reducing because I am distributing dividend. So even in practical life, you see, when the company is distributing dividend, next day share price அப்படியே குறைஞ்சிடும். If the company is issuing 10 rupee dividend, next day price 10 rupee குறைஞ்சிடும். If the company is issuing 20 rupee dividend, next day share price 20 rupee குறைஞ்சிடும். So even this you can see in practical life. The same thing is happening here. Before distributing dividend, my price was 10 rupees. Now after I am distributing the dividend, my price is reducing to 9 rupees. Are you all with me till now? Now after distributing dividend, what I want to do, I want to raise 1000 rupees. Purida? I want to raise 1000 rupees. So which means I want to issue new equity shares. I want to issue new equity shares. So how much shares I have to issue now? How much shares I have to issue? First, how much rupees I want? I want 1000 rupees. And what is the price of the share right now? Right now, what is the price? 9 rupees is my shares. So which means how much share I have to issue? 111.11 shares. கரெக்டா? ஆர் யூ ஆல் வித் மீ? ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்னா 111.11 ஷேர்ஸ் நான் இஷ்யூ பண்ணணும். ஒன்லி தென் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு ரிசீவ் திஸ் 1000 rupees. ஆர் யூ ஆல் வித் மீ? இங்கே இருக்க ஸ்டோரி புரிஞ்சுதா? எஸ் ஆர் நோ? ஓகே. ஸோ ஐ எம் ஹேவிங் டூ ஆப்ஷன்ஸ். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆப்ஷன்ஸ், ஐ வில் directly invest, ஓகேவா? இந்த 1000 rupees அந்த இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி எக்ஸ்ப்ளாய்ட் பண்ணிட்டு directly I will invest. So my share price will be 10 rupees only. There will be no impact. ஆனால் if I am distributing dividend, my share price will reduce from 10 rupee to 9 rupee. And after distributing dividend, if I want to invest for this 1000 rupees, which means I have to issue new equity shares. So once I issue new equity shares, I have to raise 1000 rupees. So this 1000 rupees is for 9 rupee per share. I have to issue 111.11 new shares. Only then I can take this investment opportunity. Clear ஆ இங்க வரைக்கும்? Okay. Now I'll just rub there. Okay, now let us analyze what is happening in the company. Okay, let us analyze what will happen in the company's point of view and what will happen from the investor's point of view. Okay, now we are analyzing. Now let us see the balance sheet of company. Okay, let us see the balance sheet, like what will be the wealth of the company. Okay, what will be the wealth of the company. Now here itself the interesting point is, it will be proved, okay, that whether you're paying dividend or you're not paying dividend, there is no change in the wealth of the company. Also it will be proved that whether you're paying dividend or you're not paying dividend, investor will also have no impact. Okay, investor will also have the same wealth. Now if I'm seeing the wealth of the company, okay, wealth of the company, if no dividend is issued, okay, if no dividend is issued, if no dividend is issued, and then the wealth of the company when dividend is issued. Okay, when dividend is issued. Now if no dividend is issued, okay, a company is having how many shares? A company is having 1000 shares. What will be the value per share if no dividend is issued? 10 rupees will be the value per share. Purida? 10 rupees will be the value per share. Apina, what is the wealth of the company? The wealth of the company is 10,000 rupees. So if I'm not paying any dividend, I'm having only 1000 shares in my hand, and the share price is also not reducing. The share price is also 10 rupees. So my value is 10,000 rupees. Are you all with me? Now when I'm paying dividend, already I was having 1000 shares, correct? Now after paying dividend, I'm issuing new shares. So how much new shares I'm issuing? I am issuing 111.11 shares. So right now I am not having 1000 shares. I am having 1111.11 shares I am having, correct? And what is the price now? The price now is 9 rupees. So which means what is the wealth of the company now? The wealth of the company is 10,000 rupees. So which means it is proved that even you are paying dividend or you are not paying dividend, your wealth is not changing. Okay, now let us come in the hands of shareholder. நம்ம பார்க்கலாம். Sir, shareholder கையில கண்டிப்பா wealth change ஆயிடும். அத 10 rupee 9 rupee ஆயிருச்சு. நம்ம பார்க்கலாம் what is happening in the hand of the shareholder. Okay வா? So let us see the wealth of the shareholder. What is happening in the hands of shareholder? if no dividend is issued, okay, if no dividend is issued, and when dividend is issued, I am a shareholder who is holding 1000 shares in the company. Are you all with me? I am a shareholder who is holding 1000 shares in the company. So, appadina, and the 1000 shares I am holding, if I am not paying any dividend, what is the share price? What is the share price? 10 rupees. So, how much is my wealth? 10,000 rupees is my wealth. Purida. 10,000 rupees is my wealth. So, this is nothing but the share value. Okay, this is nothing but the share value. Now what is happening? I am holding 1000 shares only, correct? I am holding only 1000 shares, but after paying dividend, what is happening for my price? 9 rupees is my price, correct? 9 rupees is my price. So my wealth is how much now? My wealth is 9,000 rupees, but the shareholder is getting dividend, correct? If I'm paying dividend, this shareholder is getting dividend. So appadina, this shareholder will get dividend. How much is the dividend issued? How much is the dividend issued? Dividend issued is 1000 rupees. So again, the wealth of the shareholder is 10,000 rupees. So there is no impact. So which means you're paying dividend or you're not paying dividend. The wealth of the company is also same. The wealth of the shareholder is also same. This is what MM is trying to tell. That is the reason MM is telling that, sir, dividend decisions are irrelevant, sir. Okay, dividend decisions are irrelevant because when you're paying dividend or you're not paying dividend, the wealth of the company is also not having any impact. The wealth of the shareholders is also not having any impact. So hence, dividend decisions are irrelevant decisions. Clear? Okay. சார் இப்போ ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் கூட இதே மாதிரி இருக்குமா? ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் கூட இதே மாதிரி இருக்கும். அப்போ என்ன சார் இந்த ஃபார்முலாவில்? ஓகே, ஸ்லோவாக நம்ம போல் யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் திஸ் ஃபார்முலா ஆல்சோ. வாட் இஸ் திஸ் ஃபார்முலா இஸ் ஆல் அபவுட்? Now in this formula, time value of money concept, all these things have come. In problems, என்ன இருக்குன்னா, you're having a cash of only 1000 rupees, but you will be having investment opportunity of say 5000 rupees. So அப்படின்னா here also you can use your own money and then you have to issue 4000 rupees, or here you can pay 1000 rupees dividend and then you have to issue 5000 rupees. அதனால தான் I and E ரெண்டுமே வருது. ஓகேவா? So I will just explain the formula afterwards, but I'm just telling in real problem. In this problem, investment and cash are same. ஓகேவா? ஆனா ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்ல நான் எப்படி வரும்? இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி வில் பி ஃபார் 5000. ஸோ அப்படின்னா 5000 இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டினா 1000 டிவிடெண்ட் டிஸ்ட்ரிபியூட் பண்ணா 5000 நீ திருப்பி இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணும், கரெக்டா? ஆர் இங்க 1000 மட்டும் யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு 4000 நீ இஷ்யூ பண்ணும். ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் தான் வரும். So had you make note of it? Shall we move ahead? Okay, now இது சரி, ஓகே, மேக் நோட் ஆஃப் இட். Okay, so we can move ahead, right? Okay, now everyone look at my beautiful face here. Inge paru. Everyone. Yeah. So I'm going to explain you one formula now, and the second formula I will explain after the solving the problem. Okay, so we will solve a problem. I will tell you all the steps, and then I will explain you, and then I will derive this formula for you. Super interesting இருக்கும். First of all, this formula is very simple. Okay, this formula is nothing but today if you're purchasing any share. Okay, but today if you're purchasing any share, that is what is called as the present value of share. Correct? The P0 is nothing but the market price of the share today. Assume pannu you're holding the share for only 1 year. You're holding the share for 1 year. So after 1 year, what you're going to get? One is the dividend that you're going to get. Correct? After 1 year, what you're going to get? Today if you're holding the share na, after 1 year, okay va? After 1 year, you're going to get, first thing is that you're going to get the dividend for the first year. Correct? And assume that you're holding only for 1 year, and then you're selling the shares after 1 year. Once you're selling the shares after 1 year na, you're going to get the price at the end of 1 year. Correct? So you're going to get the D1 also, and you're going to get P1 also. Correct? This is nothing but the value after 1 year. So value after 1 year left, first year you will get the dividend for first year, and then you're selling the shares, you're also going to get the price at the end of 1 year. Now because this is the value of 1 year, you just have to present value today. So divided by 1 plus I to the power n. Correct? So 1 plus I to the power n. Here I is ke to the power n. So adnala I'm writing the formula D1 plus P1 divided by 1 plus ke. This is the price today, the discounted cash flow. It is what is this formula. புரிஞ்சுதா? So this is nothing but a single holding price formula. Okay, a single holding price formula. So price formula la, if only for 1 year I am holding na, first I will get the dividend for 1 year. Second I'm going to sell the shares, so I'm going to get the price for first year. So idu rendu na 1 year discount panna, I'm going to get the price today. So this is what is this formula. Clear? இதுதான் இந்த ஃபார்முலா தான் யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. ஸோ விச் மீன்ஸ் ஹி இஸ் அஸ்யூமிங் தட் ஐம் ஹோல்டிங் த ஷேர்ஸ் ஒன்லி ஃபார் 1 year. தட் இஸ் த அசம்ஷன். ஸோ அண்டர்ஸ்டுட் திஸ் ஃபார்முலா. P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 divided by 1 plus K. Is there any doubt? No. Okay. Now we will do a problem. Okay, we will do a problem. I will explain you all the steps in the problem, and then I will explain the logic why we are doing it. Okay, actually while doing the problem itself you will understand what I am trying to do. நான் இங்க எக்ஸாம்பிள் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன் அதே நான் ரியல் ப்ராப்ளம்ல பண்ண போறேன். So let us take illustration number 1, page number 8.19, dividend decisions, page number 8.19. Okay, எடுத்துட்டியா illustration number 1? Everyone, I want unanimous replies. Okay, so we are solving illustration number 1, and we will read the problem, because reading the problem is more important than solving the problem. So AB Engineering Limited belongs to a risk class for which the capitalization rate is 10%. So capitalization rate na K. So K is 10%. It currently has outstanding 10,000 shares. So currently it is having 10,000 shares outstanding. Okay, so I'm just writing the numbers here. Okay, illustration number 1. So K is equal to 10%. Outstanding number of shares, which is nothing but N. Okay, it is having 10,000 shares. So it is having outstanding number of shares, selling at 100 rupees each. So today's price, so P0 is equal to 100 rupees. அதான் அவங்க சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. The firm is contemplating the declaration of dividend of rupees 5 per share. So what they want is they are willing to pay a dividend of 5 per share. So 5 per share na into 10,000 shares க்கு நான் எவ்வளவு dividend pay பண்ணணும்? 50,000 rupees நான் dividend pay பண்ணனும் ஐடியால இருக்கேன். சரியா? At the end of the current year, okay, at the end of the declaration of dividend at the end of current year. So D1. It expects to have a net income of 1 lakh rupees. So their earnings is 1 lakh rupees. Okay, their earnings is 1 lakh rupees. And has a proposal for making new investment of 2 lakh rupees. So they are proposing to make a new investment of 2 lakh rupees. Sir, அப்படினா they are earning 1 lakh rupees. இங்க பாரு, they are earning 1 lakh rupees. They want to pay 50,000 rupees dividend and they want to invest 2 lakh rupees. அப்படினா definitely they have to issue new shares, கரெக்டா? ஏன்னா 1 lakh rupees is their earnings. அதில் நான் 50,000 dividend pay பண்ணா என் கையில் 50,000 will be my retained earnings. ஆனால் I want to invest 2 lakh rupees. அப்படினா 1,50,000 rupees I have to issue new shares. இங்க வரைக்கும் புரிஞ்சுதா? So 1,50,000 rupees I have to issue new shares. That is the next finding. And the 1,50,000 rupees I have to issue new shares. So amount required for investment, இது மட்டும் for now I'm just calculating, which is 1,50,000. இது 1,50,000 எப்படி calculate பண்ண? I minus E minus D அதான் நான் find out பண்ண. புரியுதா? இல்ல I plus E இல்ல கரெக்டா நான் சொல்றது I minus E plus D, ஓகேவா? அப்படிதான் எனக்கு வருது. So I am having 1 lakh rupees as my earnings and then dividend minus 50,000 rupees and then I am having an investment. So 1,50,000 rupees because 1,50,000 50,000 போயிருச்சு and then I want to invest 2 lakh rupees. So I want more 1,50,000 rupees. How I am calculating is I plus D minus E. அப்படிதான் நான் calculate பண்ணிருக்கேன், கரெக்டா? So this is nothing but ND1, N number of shares into dividend per share. Okay, number of shares into dividend per share. So I plus ND1 minus E is what is the amount required for investment. Clear? Are you all clear? So how much is the amount required for investment? 1,50,000 rupees. எப்படி கண்டுபிடிச்ச? Sir, I am earning 1 lakh rupees. I am paying dividend of 50,000 rupees, which means retained earnings is only 50,000 rupees, but I want to invest 2 lakh rupees. So which means I minus, ஓகேவா? இது minus ND1 பண்ற, அதனால ஏன்னா it is negative, அதனால plus ஆகுது. So I plus ND1 minus E. That is how you are getting 1,50,000 rupees. Or logically பாரு, சார் நான் 1 lakh rupees earn பண்ணுறேன், 50,000 rupees dividend pay பண்ணிட்டேன், அப்படின்னா 50,000 rupees என் கையில் retained earnings. ஆனால் எனக்கு investment I want to make for 2 lakh rupees. So 2 lakh minus 50,000 is 1,50,000 rupees is my amount required for investment. Calculate the value of the firm when dividends are not paid and calculate the value of the firm when dividends are paid. So we want to calculate the value of the firm when we are paying a dividend of 50,000 and also we have to calculate the value of the firm when dividends are not paid. So first I am going dividends are paid nu calculate panna, okay va? I am just calculating dividends are paid. If dividends are paid, what is the value of the firm? If dividends are paid, what is the value of the firm? So always step 1, okay va? Step 1 is finding the price at the end of the year. அதான் நம்ம பார்த்தோம், கரெக்டா? அங்க finding the price at the end of the year. So calculation of P1, that is step 1. Okay, calculation of P1. Now எப்படி சார் find out பண்ணும்? You have this formula. P0 is equal to P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus K. You know what is P0. Your current price is 100 rupees. You don't know P1. You know what is the dividend per share. Your dividend per share is 5 rupees, correct? ND1. So D1 is 5 rupees. So P1 plus 5 divided by 1 plus 10%. So 1 plus 10% is 1.1. அப்படியே இங்க வந்துரும். So what is my P1? 105 rupees. So which means my first founding is calculation of P1. That is my first founding. Are you all with me? Okay. My second founding, okay va? My second founding should be calculation of new issue of shares. That is what I call it as delta n. N is my current number of shares. Delta n is my new issue of shares. New issue, which means how much I want to issue more. So calculation of delta n. This is nothing but new issue of shares. So new issue of shares எப்படி சார் calculate பண்றது? First see what is your earnings. Okay, first see what is your earnings. How much your earnings? You are earning 1 lakh rupees. அதிலிருந்து you are paying dividend. So how much you are paying dividend? 50,000 rupees you are paying dividend. So அப்படினா you are having a retained earnings of 50,000 rupees. You are having a retained earnings of 50,000 rupees. Okay va? In the 50,000 rupees is your retained earnings and the amount required for investment. Okay va? The amount required for investment is 2 lakh rupees. The amount required for investment is 2 lakh rupees. Appadina, what is the amount required to issue? Okay va? Amount to issue. What should be the amount to issue? 1,50,000. புரியுதா? How much new shares I have to issue? அதுக்கு எவ்வளோ amount? 1,50,000 rupees is the amount that I have to issue. அதான் நான் இங்கே calculate பண்ணேன். It is nothing but I plus ND1 minus E. அப்படி தான் நான் calculate பண்ணியிருக்கேன். புரியுதா? Are you all with me? Till now, are you all with me? Okay. Now once I know the amount I have to issue, I have to calculate delta n. Correct? Delta n is nothing but I want to issue 1,50,000 rupees. At what price I have to issue? I have to issue at 105. Up in how many shares I have to issue? 1,428 point. Okay, 57 shares I have to issue. Okay, so 1,428.57 shares you have to issue. Now I am telling you one thing. Whenever, okay, yeah, actually fractional shares are not allowed in India. Fractional shares are not allowed, and irundalo to match this நம்ம fractional shares போடுறோம். ஓகேவா? So for calculation purpose நீ இதே போடுறோம். ஓகேவா? How much shares I have to issue? 1,50,000 divided by 105. இது எழுதுரு ஆனா ஃபார்முலா போடும்போது, ஓகேவா, here delta n போடும்போது don't write 1,428.57 shares, இல்லைன்னா ரவுண்டிங் ஆஃப்ல எரர் சேஞ்ச் ஆயிடும். You write this value, ஏன்னா அப்படியே கேன்சல் ஆயிடும். Okay, now I am showing the step 3. Okay, step 3 is calculation of value of the firm. Okay, calculation of value of the firm. So the formula for value of the firm is P1 into n plus delta n, okay, minus I plus E divided by 1 plus K. Okay, divided by 1 plus K. Actually, okay, actually value of the firm na enadhu? The present value of the firm enadhu? What is the current value? Current value is nothing but current number of shares into current price. Purida? So appadina my NP0 enadhu, which means number of shares that I am having now, which is 10,000 shares, into what is my price. Purida? 10,000 into 100 evlava? 1 lakh 10 lakh 10 lakh rupees. Okay va? 10 lakh rupees. This is nothing but my current value. Okay, this is nothing but my current value. Idha na prove pandra ipo. I am just proving it that the value of the firm after payment of dividend. So what is happening here is that what is my P1? 105. What is my N? 10,000. What is my delta N? 1,50,000 divided by 105. What is my I? 2 lakh rupees is my I. What is my E? 1 lakh rupees is my E. Divided by 1 plus KE, which is nothing but 1.1. What is the amount that you are getting? Calculate panni paru. What is the amount that you are getting? So here you multiply 105, here you multiply 105. So 10,000 into 105 plus 1,50,000 minus 2 lakh plus 1 lakh divided by 1.1. So you are getting the amount as 10 lakh rupees. And this amount will exactly match with this amount, 10 lakh rupees. Are you all with me? So now the question is, sir, இந்த 10 lakh rupees you got, ஏன்னா நீங்கள் இந்த ஃபார்முலா யூஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க சார், ஆனால் எனக்கு இந்த ஃபார்முலா தெரியாது சார், எனக்கு இந்த ஃபார்முலா புரியல. ஆர் யூ ஆல் வித் மீ? இல்லை மகப் பண்ணிக்கிறியா ஃபார்முலா? மகப் பண்ணிக்கோப்பா. என்ன n plus delta n into p1 minus I plus c divided by 1 plus k. சிம்பிள் தானப்பா. அப்படியே நம்ம மகப் பண்ணிடலாமே. ஆர் யூ ஆல் வித் மீ? பண்ணிக்கிறியா மகப்? or you want to understand this formula? சரி, now before that I want you, whether you understood this problem. நம்ம என்ன டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம் அதான் நான் இங்கே பண்ணியிருக்கேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஐ ஃபவுண்ட் அவுட் தி ப்ரைஸ் ஆஃப்டர் பேயிங் டிவிடெண்ட். வாட் இஸ் மை ப்ரைஸ்? ஓகேவா? ஸோ இட் இஸ் நத்திங் பட் p1 plus d1 divided by 1 plus k யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு ஐ ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் தி ப்ரைஸ் அட் தி எண்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயர். ஆஃப்டர் ஐ ஃபவுண்ட் அவுட் தி ப்ரைஸ் அட் தி எண்ட் ஆஃப் தி இயர், ஐ எம் ஃபைண்டிங் ஹவு மச் இஸ் த நம்பர் ஆஃப் ஷேர்ஸ் தட் ஐ ஹேவ் டு இஷ்யூ. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஐ வாண்ட் டு ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் வாட் இஸ் தி அமௌண்ட் தட் ஐ ஹேவ் டு இஷ்யூ. அண்ட் அமௌண்ட் ஐ ஹேவ் த இஷ்யூ இஸ் டிபெண்டன்ட் ஆன் தி அமௌண்ட் ஆஃப் earnings, on the amount of dividend, and also how much is my investment required. So I plus nd1 minus e, you don't have to remember this, okay va? I plus nd1 minus e, you don't have to remember this. In the table mattu paatiko, 1 lakh rupees earnings la 50,000 rupees dividend payment, I am having a retained earnings of 50,000 rupees, and from that retained earnings of 50,000 rupees I can only invest 50,000 rupees in my investment, but I want an investment of 2 lakh rupees, so I have to issue 1,50,000. If I have to issue 1,50,000 and my price is 105, I have to issue 1428.57 shares. So I want to find out the value of the firm using that formula. The value of the firm is 10 lakh rupees. Okay, the value of the firm is 10 lakh rupees. Same way if you are not paying any dividend, okay va? Same way if you are not paying any dividend, appadina step 1 find out what is the price. So p0 is equal to p1 plus d1 divided by 1 plus k. What is p1? 100. What is d1? 0. What is 1 plus k? 1.1. So what is my price? இல்ல sorry, this is 100 and this is p1, okay va? This is p1, my d1 is 0. So what is my p1? p1 is equal to 110 rupees is my p1, correct? The next one is step 2. Just assume I am doing when no dividends are paid, okay va? When no dividends are paid, if I am not paying any dividend, what will happen? If I am not paying any dividend, my share price at the end of the year is 110 rupees. Purida? My share price at the end of the year is 110 rupees. Step 2, okay, step 2 is calculation of delta n. Okay, calculation of delta n. So my earnings is 1 lakh rupees. I am not paying any dividend. So which means how much is my retained earnings? 1 lakh rupees. Okay, and then I am having an investment proposal of 1 lakh rupees. So the amount to issue, how much I have to issue now? 1 lakh rupees. Now this 1 lakh rupees I have to issue at this price p na, my delta n is equal to 1 lakh divided by 110. How many shares I have to issue? 990 909. Okay, 0.09 shares I have to issue. Okay, 909.0 shares I have to issue. Now I am having step 3, which is the value of the firm. So what is the formula for value of the firm? My formula for value of the firm is n plus delta n into p1 minus I plus e divided by 1 plus ke. Okay, what is n, sir? My n is 10,000 shares. My n is 10,000 shares. What is delta n? 1 lakh divided by 110. So 1 lakh divided by 110. What is my p1? My p1 is 110. What is my I? My I is 2 lakhs. What is my E? My E is 1 lakh rupees divided by 1 plus k. So this 110 I will multiply here, this 110 I will multiply here. So this 110 into 10,000, I am going to get 11 lakhs, correct? 11 lakhs minus 1 lakh is equal to 10,000 into 110 is equal to how much? 11 lakhs. 11 lakhs plus 1 lakh is equal to 12 lakh. 12 lakh minus 2 lakh is equal to 10 lakh. 10 lakh plus 1 lakh is equal to 11 lakh. 11 lakh divided by 1.1 evlo varum? It is equal to 10 lakh rupees. So which shows that you're paying dividend, still your value of the firm is 10 lakh rupees. You're not paying dividend, still your value of the firm is again 10 lakh rupees only. So your value of the firm does not change. That is what, MM up is trying to prove. So இது மட்டும் note பண்ணிக்கோ. சரி, noted. Okay, shall we move ahead? You have to be little bit speed, pa. I've already told you that as and when the time gets closer, the time becomes more expensive. சொல்லிருக்கேனா இல்லையா இந்த பாயிண்ட்? எக்ஸாமுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிற டைம் இஸ் மோர் எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ் அண்ட் அதே வந்து இப்போ இருக்கிற டைம் இஸ் லெஸ் எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ். அதே கிளாஸ் எண்ட் பண்ணுற டைம் இஸ் மோர் எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ் அண்ட் அதே நான் ஸ்டார்டிங்கில் வரும்போது டைம் வாஸ் நாட் வெரி மச் எக்ஸ்பென்சிவ். ஸோ as and when we are coming nearer to the completion of the class, the time becomes very expensive. புரியுதா? Because you are going to experience THOFIK TUFEL only for the next few hours. I mean, few more hours are there. Okay, I think the given time is enough because you guys are last. Okay, last ஒரே ஒன்று, I'm going to complete this MM model very soon and then I will going to give you one problem. அதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம பிரேக் எடுத்துடலாம். ஒரு மேக்ஸிமம் half an hour பா. சரி, ஓகே ஓகே, சீக்கிரமா எழுது. ஜஸ்ட் ஒன் ஸ்மால் திங் மட்டும் ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு டெல் யூ. சீக்கிரமா முடிச்சிரு. கம்ப்ளீட்டட். Silence. See, don't hurt me in the end, please. Okay. So now I will be explaining you how we arrived at this formula. Okay, how we arrived at this formula. இந்த ஃபார்முலா நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம் கரெக்டா? n plus delta n into p1 minus I plus e divided by 1 plus k. How it is exactly giving me the value of the firm? So you understood the concept of MM model, yes or no? Understood the concept? You understood what MM is trying to tell? MM is trying to tell whether you are paying dividend or you are not paying dividend, your value of the firm remains constant. Why your value of the firm remaining constant is that when you are paying dividend, the advantage is the dividend and the disadvantage is the share price is reducing. So the advantage and disadvantage is getting nullified, hence the wealth of the shareholder remains constant. Are you all with me? That is what it is trying to tell. Anna, how I can put it in the formula? Okay, how I can put this in the formula? Value of the firm means, okay, value of the firm means n NP0. This is what is value of the firm. Adana kaatna. There also NP0 was 10 lakh rupees. Then the value of the firm in the dividend paid is 10 lakh rupees. Value of the firm with the dividend not paid is 10 lakh rupees. So value of the firm is nothing but how much existing shares I am having and what is the current price of the share. That is the current value of my firm. Value of the firm is nothing but value of equity. It is nothing but value of equity. Then I solra correct. So NP0 is nothing but my value of equity, which means the current number of shares that I am holding into what is the current price, that is what is my value of the firm. Okay sir, inge varaiku it is clear. Okay va, inge varaiku it is clear. Now the new shares that I am issuing, correct, the new shares that I am issuing, and for that I would need the amount to be raised. So what is the first one? I am just writing, what I am writing is, you know this formula, P0 is equal to P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus K. So நான் என்ன பண்றேன், I am just multiplying, okay, I am just multiplying number of shares in both the sides. Okay, so this becomes NP0, which is nothing but value of the firm. This becomes NP0, so I am multiplying n in both the sides, which means n into P1 plus D1 divided by 1 plus K. That will give me NP1 plus ND1 divided by 1 plus K. Till now you are having clarity? Okay sir. Sir, this, okay va, this is nothing but the value of the firm today. Now this is something, okay va, delta n into P1 is something, the value that I want to issue. This is nothing but the amount that I want to issue, correct or not? This is the number of new shares and this is the price, okay, but this is the price at which I want to issue. So this delta n and P1 is nothing but the amount that I have to issue, correct? Now I calculate panna, correct? Earnings minus the dividend, earnings minus the dividend will be my retained earnings. Retained earnings minus the investment amount. Adala evlo investment thevapadu, that is the amount that I have to issue. The amount that I have to issue, if I divide that by P1, the amount that I want to issue, if I divide that by P1, that is what I am going to get delta n, correct? So this is nothing but amount to be issued, correct or not? Amount to be issued, divide by delta n pandadana, I mean divide by P1 pandada, I calculated delta n, correct? So delta n into P1 is nothing but amount to be issued. Are you all with me? Inge varaiku clarity irka? What is delta n P1? It is nothing but amount to be issued. Eppadi sir, ada amount to be issued divide by P1 pandada, you calculated delta n. So I just brought the P1 here. So delta 1 P1 is nothing but amount to be issued. Okay, so delta n P1 is nothing but amount to be issued, amount to be issued, and the amount to be issued is what is amount to be issued? What is amount to be issued? I plus ND1 minus E. This is what is amount to be issued. Purida? Are you all with me? Delta and P1 is amount to be issued. Adana formulate la eppadi sonna, I said you not to remember, but I always wrote that. Okay, I just wrote that just to formulate it. It is nothing but I plus ND1 minus E. That is what will give you 1,50,000 there. So your earnings was 1 lakh rupees. Other your dividend was 50,000 rupees. I mean earnings was 1 lakh rupees. Your investment required was 2 lakh rupees. So 2 lakh minus 1 lakh will become 1 lakh, and the dividend is 1,50,000. So 1,50,000 was the amount to be issued. It is nothing but delta and P1. Inge irukko clarity irka? Okay sir. So which means delta n P1 is equal to I plus ND1 minus E. Okay, but this is the price formula. This is the price formula. நான் என்ன பண்ணிருக்கேன், I just multiplied n. Okay va, what I did, I just multiplied n. Okay, multiplied n in both side. After multiplying n by both side, I am getting my value of the firm formula is NP1 plus ND1 divided by 1 plus K. And this is nothing but amount to be issued. It is delta n into P1 is equal to I plus ND1 minus E. Clear? ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணுறேன்னா ND1 மட்டும் இங்கே கொண்டு வந்துடுறேன். ஓகேவா, ND1 மட்டும் இங்கே கொண்டு வந்துடுறேன். ஸோ ND1 இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு டெல்டா NP1. ஓகேவா, டெல்டா NP1 மைனஸ் I ப்ளஸ் E. கரெக்டா? delta np1 minus I plus E. So I know what is ND1. நான் என்ன பண்றேன், இங்க ND1 மட்டும் substitute பண்றேன். So value of the firm is equal to NP1 plus ND1 divided by 1 plus K. இங்க ND1 நான் substitute பண்றேன் because I have the value for ND1. So NP1 plus delta NP1 minus I plus E divided by 1 plus K, correct? Now what I can do, I can take P1 common. So now P1 common எடுத்துட்டு N plus delta N minus I plus E the whole divided by 1 plus K. So அப்படிதான் and the value of the firm formula was derived. Clear? Okay. So now you also know how this formula is derived. You also know the logic of MM approach. The logic of MM approach is nothing but the value of the firm remains same and this value of the firm always will be equal to NP0. Sir, அப்படினா நான் உனக்கு இன்னொரு secret சொல்லவா? Secret சொல்லவா? Okay. The secret is that இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம்ல எக்ஸாம்ல வந்தா, ஓகே, இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளம்ல எக்ஸாம் வந்தா even before solving you know the answer. நான் ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா, N is also you already know, correct? Number of shares, which is 10,000 shares. P0 was already given, okay? P0 is nothing but 100. But 10,000 into 100 is equal to 10 lakh. 10 lakh is the value of the firm, you already know. So that is what you have calculated using value of the firm, correct? So எந்த problem பார்த்தாலும் NP1 calculate பண்ண, that is what is the value of the firm. ஆனா sir value of the firm மட்டும் கண்டுபிடி NP0 வச்சுட்டு you should not find out. You should show the MM approach and then you have to prove it how value of the firm by not taking dividend and by paying dividend ரெண்டுமே எப்படி சேமா இருக்குது. You have to prove it. That is what is this problem is all about. The problem is not about finding value of the firm. The problem is about proving value of the firm is same for both the cases. That is what is this problem is all about. சரியா? So illustration number 1 நீ already பண்ணிட்ட, correct? Illustration number 1 you have already did. Now take out question number 7. Okay, take out question number 7. Are you all with me? So take out question number 7. Let us read the problem. Okay, well, let us read. First, have you made note of this? Sorry, okay. So question number 7. Let us read the problem. Are you all with me? Okay. So we are reading the problem because reading the problem is more important than solving the problem. So Akash Limited has 10 lakh equity shares outstanding at the end of the accounting year. So which is N. Existing market price per share is 150 rupees. That is P0. Expected dividend is rupees 8 per share. Okay, expected dividend D1. The rate of capitalization appropriate to the risk class company belongs to 10%. KE is 10%. First one, calculate the market price per share. Okay, when dividend is declared, dividend is not declared. நீ என்ன பண்ணு, அப்படி தனித்தனியா பண்ணு. When dividend is declared, solve the problem. When dividend is not declared, then solve the problem. Second is calculate the number of shares. So அவங்க step by step different problem போட்டுருக்காங்க. First is calculation of P1. Second is calculation of delta N. So calculation of number of shares to be issued by the company at the end of the accounting year on the assumption that the net income is 3 crore, investment budget is 6 crore. So net income is 3 crore, investment budget is 6 crore rupees. First, when dividend are declared. Second, when dividend are not declared. Second, prove that the market value of the shares at the end of the accounting year will remain unchanged irrespective of whether dividend are declared or dividend is not declared. So நீ என்ன பண்ணணும்னா question number 7, first you solve it for dividend are declared, then you solve it for dividend is not declared. Same steps, step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 1 finding P1, step 2 finding delta n, step 3 finding the value of the firm. Clear? Okay. 5 minutes problem. 5 minutes problem and then we will go for a break. Seriya? Hello? So question number 7. See, I can give this problem as homework and then I can move on, okay? But I want and hold, okay? I want and hold on this topic. I don't want to leave my students just like that, okay? I'm not that lazy person. So question number 7. If I am not lazy, then you should also not be lazy, la? Yes or no? Where is Vidya? நீ காலையில தானே பார்த்த? For ஓகே, நான் இடத்துல இருந்தா வரவே இல்லையாம. ஓகே, somewhere I saw Vidya, I remember. Maybe ghost இருக்கலாம். Or is there any look alike of Vidya here? நான் கன்ஃபியூஸ் ஆயிட்டேன். What is your name? T-shirt, grey T-shirt. நீதா. விகாஸ். நான் ஒன்னதான் வித்யா நினைச்சிட்டேன். Or I think I forgot Vidya. See now, since we are coming in the end of the classes, I'm actually remember a lot of names here. இப்போ மிதுன், அருண், மணி, கவின், அருண், கரெக்டா? ஒன் மோர் அருண், அர்ஜுன், பிரணவ், டேவிட், அதே மாதிரி விகாஸ். And then உனக்கு பஹ்ரைன் மட்டும் தான் ஞாபகம் வருது, பேர் ஞாபகம் வரல. What is your name? Rohit. See, lot of name I'm remembering. Emmanuel, banana chips. Emmanuel, whatever I'm telling, right, you should never forget. Yes or no? So when I'm telling you that you should bring banana chips, I'm telling you very seriously. And plus one more thing, okay, how many of you are from Kerala? Just raise your hands. From Kerala, 3-4 persons, right? See, okay, one more thing I want to tell you, nalla paru, that I like Kerala very much. Okay, so like I want to go to Kerala, na Kerala sutti paakano, na Kerala food la saapadno. So whenever I come to Kerala la enna place ni? Thrissur, right? Thrissur. Okay, and you, one more person from Kerala. You are also from? You're from Palakkad. You are also from Thrissur. You? Palakkad. 3 persons. One more from Kerala here I saw. Where are you from? Palakkad. Okay. Which is a good place in Kerala to go? Calicut. Alleppey. So how far is Alleppey from Thrissur? Very far. From Palakkad? That is also far. Then I cannot meet you guys. Definitely someday I will come to Kerala, pa. Okay ba? Invite me. That is the one thing which is remaining in my bucket list, that I want to visit Kerala once. South India, all places I went except Kerala. Like all states I went except one Kerala. In 3 states are my home only. Tamil Nadu, Telangana and Karnataka is my home. Sri Lanka எப்ப South India ஆயிடுச்சுப்பா? Anyone from Sri Lanka? We have lot of உனக்கு ஸ்கூல்ல நிறைய ஜோக் பண்ணிருப்பாங்கல்ல, டேவிட் உனக்கு சன் இருக்கா, அந்த மாதிரி ஏதோ ஜோக் பண்ணிருப்பாங்களா? டேவிட் சன், டேவிட் புள்ள. I have just translated it, pa. See, as we are coming, actually, there are some good things happened. The good things happened is usually சென்னையிலலாம் ஐ டோன்ட் ரிமெம்பர் நேம்ஸ் அட் ஆல். லைக் சென்னை, ஈவன் இஃப் யூ ஆஸ்க் மீ, இப்போ லாஸ்ட் பேட்ச் நான் முடிச்சு வந்திருக்கேன், ஐ கான்ட் ஈவன் டெல் யூ சம் 2-3 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பேர் கூட நான் சொல்ல முடியாது. பிகாஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இஸ் பேட்ச் சைஸ் இஸ் வெரி ஹை, செகண்ட் இன்டராக்ஷன்ஸ் ஐ won't do that much. I will enjoy and all I will do after the classes, but என்ன சொல்றது, கிளாஸ் ரூம் அந்த மாதிரி கம்யூனிகேஷன், ஸோ knowing people's name is very difficult. Plus I am having a weakness also to remember things, so it is my weakness, I don't remember things. But here some good things are happened that I am remembering the names of the people. So here that is happening. See, here also let me try Pranavi, Sandhya, Sadhana, Harini, Divya. ஐயோ ஒரே நிமிஷம். வர்ஷினி, கரெக்ட். அதே மாதிரி ரித்திகா, ரவீனா, ஒரே நிமிஷம். தென் 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 அப்படியே சாந்தி, அர்ஷிஃபா, ஃப்ளாரன்ஸ். யுவர் நேம் இஸ் தர்ஷனா, ரைட்? தர்ஷனா. And then Pratika, something like Pratiksha, Adi. Your second name is very difficult, pa Adi blah 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 something. அப்புறம் யாரு? I think only that much I remember. What is your name, Kerala? Siddhartha. இல்ல யூ டெல், எனக்கு கேட்கணும். விதாத்ரி, VIDARTHI, விதார்த்தி. வித்யார்த்தி இல்ல. I have to come now. Silence பண்ண கேட்க முடியல ப்ளீஸ். விதார்த்தி, விதார்த்ரி, கரெக்டா? விதார்த்ரி. See, I'm remembering the names. Actually, that is a tough name, pa. Vidartri. So how people call you? Chechi. Actually, in Kerala, it is very common to call girls Chechi, right? What is the meaning of Chechi? Akka, okay. Chechi. So, Akka na Chechi, Tangachi na? Achi. Anni? Anniyati. Correct. So everyone is Anniyati here, சரியா? And அண்ணனுக்கு என்ன சொல்லுவோம்? பிக் பிரதர் இன் சேட்டா. சேட்டா. And you guys, everyone is Cheta here. See, I'm learning new words. Cheta, Anniyati, Chechi. Tambina, Anni. Anniyana, Anniyan. Malayalam is really a beautiful language. Why I'm telling you, see, one thing, why I like Mallus a lot, I will tell you the reason. One thing is that they speak very sweetly, pa. அவங்க கேட்கும் போது நான் கேட்கணும்னு மாதிரி இருக்கும். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி. So that is one thing, that is the reason I like Mallus a lot, because lot of Malayali people I have talked to ரொம்ப ஸ்வீட்டா பேசுவாங்க, and their accent is also very good, and the way they speak, and that is also very good. இப்போ what is your name? அந்த ப்ளூ டிஷர்ட் பக்கத்துல. You are also Arjuna. So we have 2 Arjun, 2 Aruna in this classroom. Wow. Seri. Okay, now we are in question number 7. How many of you are still doing the problem? No one is still doing the problem. Okay, now completed the problem. Okay, so what is the price when dividend is paid? 157 point something, 157 rupees is the price. Everyone got the same answer? Anyone got a different answer? Okay, how are you telling no about anyone? So now when dividend is not paid, what is the price? 165 rupees. Okay, 165 rupees. So England, you have to understand one concept. You have to understand one concept. If dividend is paid, the price is reducing. See, you can see 165 and 157 reduce, correct? And if you want to see how many shares are outstanding, no, shares outstanding, I'm not talking about delta N, I'm talking about N. N is 10 lakh rupees. What is 165 minus 157? 8 rupees. So what is the dividend paid? 8 lakh rupees. Purinjada? Huh? 80 lakh rupees. So 80 lakh is nothing but 10 lakh into 8. That is what is 80 lakh rupees. புரிஞ்சுதான் நான் சொல்ற point. So the value is reducing to the extent you are paying dividend. So how much the price is reducing? The price is reducing by 8 rupees. This 8 rupees into number of shares, which is nothing but 10 lakh, is this equal to 80 lakh rupees, and this 80 lakh rupees will be the dividend paid, which is nothing but ND1. Clear? So இந்த மாதிரிலாம் அனலைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு பாரு, அப்பதான் உனக்கு புரியும். Okay, what is happening? See, solving the problem and all is okay, but you have to analyze what is happening, why all these things are happening, why price is reducing, how much the price is reducing, why the price is reducing. All these things you have to understand. Okay, now what is delta N here? 2 lakh 42 2,42,038.28. Okay, wow. Correct? Anyone is getting a different answer? Everyone is getting the same answer? Okay. And what is delta N when dividend is not paid? 1,81,830,818.18. Okay, wow. 0.18. Okay. So now you see, when dividend is paid, when dividend is paid, your amount is reduced. So because your amount is reduced, your investment required will be more. Because your investment required will be more, you would need more shares to issue. Are you all with me? And when dividend is not paid, you will use your own retained earnings. So the amount to be issued will be less. Adhanala number of shares is less here. Are you all understanding now? See, I just want a 360-degree view. Adhanala I'm making you do this. Now, what is the value of the firm here? 10 crores, 15 crores, huh? 15 crores. And what is the value of the firm here? Adhe eppadi same irukudhu? Okay, so it is also 15 crores. Okay, it is also 15 crores, and this you can actually double check by calculating NP0. Okay, so N is 10 lakh, P0 is 150. So 10 lakh into 150 is equal to 115 crores. Are you all with me? So we have discussed the approach arbitrage process in capital structure decision, and we have discussed hypothesis. Okay, and we have discussed hypothesis. Sir, hypothesis na enadhu? Hypothesis na they are trying to prove something. Okay, that is what is hypothesis. Either you are trying to prove something or you are trying to disprove something. That is what is called as hypothesis. So he is trying to prove that the value of the firm is same in both the cases. So that is the reason has given an hypothesis here. His hypothesis is that whether you pay dividend or you do not pay dividend, the value of the firm remains the same, and he proved that using that single holding formula. The single holding formula, the price formula is P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 divided by 1 plus KE, and the value of the firm formula is P1 into N plus delta N minus I plus C divided by 1 plus KE. Have you mugged up the formula or you have understood the formula? Understood the formula. Clarity irika? Okay. So now with this, The MM hypothesis is completed. Also with this, the dividend decision is also completed. So idhila question number 1 you can do it as homework. Okay va, question number 1 is MM hypothesis problem. Do it as homework. Romba simple onnume illa. MM hypothesis ku idhu mele question e kekka matanga. Understand why I took this class today. Okay va, today is a very important class. Why I am telling you, okay va, why today is a very important class. The two topics that I taught you, MM approach in capital structure decision arbitrage process and MM hypothesis, both have been given by Modigliani Miller. Both of them talks about theories of irrelevance. Both of them talk that value of the firm is equal. Now why I took this class today is that 99 students out of 100 leave these two topics. Okay, well, leave these two topics or they face difficulty in these two topics. Okay, either they leave this topic or they face very much difficulty that they make mistakes. So adnalada idu rendu topic me I am taking it today. Okay, I am taking it today. So today was a very important class because where you go outside, lot of students are struggling, but now I hope you guys are very comfortable with both these topics, correct? And point number 2 is இந்த ரெண்டு டாபிக், ஓகேவா, ரெண்டு டாபிக்கு பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப ஸ்கேரியாக இருக்கும், கரெக்டாக? இப்போ ஆர்பிட்ரேஜ் ப்ராசஸில் பார்க்கும்போது எவ்வளோ ஸ்கேரியாக இருந்துச்சு, அதே மாதிரி MM மாடல் பார்க்கும்போது கொஞ்சம் ஸ்கேரியாக இருக்கும். பட் ஒன்ஸ் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் இட் பிகம்ஸ் வெரி சிம்பிள். ஆக்சுவலி இட் அப்ளைஸ் இன் ஆல். ஒன்ஸ் யூ அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் எனி திங்ஸ் பிகம் வெரி சிம்பிள். அண்ட் செகண்ட் பாயிண்ட் இஸ் தட் in these two kinds of problems, no twist are possible. Questions are very straightforward. Questions are something that is asked like that. Values will be given, you have to use it and then. So அப்படினா இந்த ரெண்டு ப்ராப்ளம்ல MM model in capital structure and MM hypothesis in dividend decisions, அது ரெண்டுத்துக்கு ட்விஸ்டே பாசிபிள் இல்லை. இப்போ நான் ஒரு இல்லஸ்ட்ரேஷன் போட்டேன், நீ ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் போட்டேன், any twist was having no twist. ஓகேவா? So any problem you solve in MM model, it will be in the same manner, or any problem you solve in arbitrage, it will be in the same manner. So adanal da I have given you steps for you to remember, because no twist are possible na. You just apply the steps and then you get the answer. Are you all with me? Okay, so with this we are completing this session. See you all in the next session. Thank you very much. So let us meet after 1 hour. Right now the time is 2:30. Let us meet at 3:30. Seriya? And then we will continue the class till 5:30, 6:30. Thank you very much.